Welcome. Thank you for joining me in my ongoing series reflecting on war and violence and peacemaking and how to become sacred activists so that we may dream forth a world of an enduring peace where conflict is addressed in constructive ways without damage and harm to others. I am here to talk about something I call the Peacemakers Mesa. My spiritual path, which started really in childhood, going back very far, because as a child I was deeply concerned about war, the Vietnam War specifically. And I remember watching the recounting of the numbers of dead and wounded in television every night and asking my father, why are we killing one another? Why is there war? And can't we just offer them money to stop? Of course, I was about 4, 5, 6 years old, and it was simplistic, childish thinking. But I really fundamentally held an understanding that somehow money was also a part of it. So, really since then, since I was a child, I was concerned about war, and I also somehow had a sense that I had a spiritual mission. And I've met so many people over many, many years who have a similar story, that from childhood they knew they had a spiritual mission, and they knew that there was something wrong with this world, that there was something wrong with violence and the way it manifests, and that they knew that human beings were supposed to, or are supposed to, live together in peace. It was many, many years later when I finally discovered Native American spirituality. I'm not here to tell this story, but that journey led me into studying Native American spiritual lineages whose core message, whose core mission is healing, and healing into peace. I have been blessed by my Native American teachers to carry on these beautiful practices and teachings. And my path has been steeped for over 15 years in the beautiful Mesa tradition that comes from the Q'ero people of the Andes in Peru. What I've always known about the Mesa tradition, the Mesa is a sacred medicine bundle, is that this Mesa tradition and how it is spreading throughout the world as people from around the world are now learning these beautiful wisdom teachings, the beautiful spiritual cosmology that was seeded by the ancient Inca and even their ancestors before them, and that have been carried forward, preserved into the past, even through times of trouble when it was considered dangerous to do so, so that now they are being offered to all who come. There is, in fact, an army of peacemakers who are carriers of mesas and other sacred medicine bundles, who keep sacred altars, and who work with these altars and mesas and medicine bundles, not only for their own personal healing, for their own personal peace, and for the healing of their families, but also for their communities. And now in these times of powerful transition that I say are filled with peril and promise for the world, for our global family, and for Mother Earth herself. I love the Mesa tradition because it anchors us into the truth that we are vibrantly, energetically, transformationally interconnected with the natural pathways of love and light available to us, that Mother Earth wishes to give us that the mountain spirits are here to supply us with, that all the great elemental energies of the divine feminine, of the waters and sacred lands and spaces, and the archetypal frequencies of the animal allies who are messengers from the great cosmic beings of light that have continued to watch over us. I don't ask that every human being believe what I believe about the nature of reality, about the existence of a great creative matrix that is both masculine and feminine, and that is also simply light and love, and that is neither masculine or feminine, and yet is still light and love. But what I do know is that the Mesa tradition has powerfully healed me, healed my heart, healed my mind, and made it possible for me to be sitting with you here today. So now I call what I teach the Peacemakers Mesa. I want to really foreground the fact that all who wish to step into this beautiful lineage, to learn prayer and ceremony, to learn how to activate our natural consciousness of our connection to the vibrant peace and harmony and balance and love that the creation holds for us, that we may also then activate these healing pathways for everyone on the planet today, that we may step onto the highest destiny of humanity towards a future of an enduring peace, a future of love. That is the vision, that is the dream. Many thanks for joining me. You be well and whole. May your families be well and whole in the light. May all of us return to love. May it be so.